Whoa! Whoa!
Hey,
These are on now.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, New York Comic Con? Yeah! Give it up. You guys, I am here with 3 people that just, do they need to be introduced to you guys? No, right? But I'm gonna do it anyway. I have got the cast of Boy Meets World. I've got Danielle Fishel, Friedle, and Ben Savage. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to talk to you guys. I think I speak for probably a lot of us when I say you were involved in my childhood and you had no idea.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It's very hard to hear you with the other microphone going on.
The other show, the Saved by the Bell reunion down there.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear us? Okay, good.
If we're like right here in the mics, you guys can hear us.
Like
so you guys, this show is iconic, right? I mean, it's iconic. We all loved it. We all remember it. Is there something that you guys think made it so specifically memorable and lovable when you think back on the show now? Are you like, oh, it was that time, it was like, what was the magic? Can you put your finger on it?
I mean, there's so many factors that go into it, but one of them I think was definitely the fact that our real life relationships with each other was so special, and we had such a good camaraderie off stage that it really translated to in front of the camera. And not that other shows don't all get along well, or other casts don't all get along with each other too, but when especially the 4 of us, Ryder missing today, but when the 4 of us kind of got together at 12 and 13, 14 years old, we just really instantly clicked. And the fact that we were able to keep that kind of strong friendship going for 7 years of a show helped with all of the episodes and the storylines that we did. So I think that for sure is one aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the writing of the show really spoke to the kids of their generation too. And then what we thought was going to be just that generation seems to have also translated into future generations where, you know, the problem you had at 12 years old in 1993 is a problem that you're going to have at 12 years old in 2003. So I think it really helps the show endure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Ben likes our answer.
Well, speaking of, so you guys were so young when the show started. Can you kind of take us through each of the process for each of you becoming involved in the show, auditioning, like what you were so young, did you know, I think this might kind of like change things for me? Or was it just sort of in the moment, like it's happening, you know?
I'll tell this story as quickly as possible because it is a pretty crazy story, but I'll make it concise. I auditioned for the role of Topanga, didn't even get a call back. Was like not good in the audition at all. And then went home, and the next day I got another audition to play a different character who only had like 1 or 2 lines in the same episode that Topanga was gonna be on. And I booked that role. So I did that, I got that role, went to work, you know, a week later on the show and saw the girl that they cast as Topanga and saw her working with the director and realized all of the mistakes I had made in my audition. And I was like, oh, that's why I didn't even get a call back. Like, I didn't do any of that. Like, I get it. It was kind of my first real acting class. And then it ended up not working out. They ended up letting her go after her first day of work, and they had to recast the role. And they were gonna do a whole new casting session, but Michael was kind of like, we've got these 2 girls that were playing these minor roles in the same episode. Why don't we give them the opportunity to audition again and see if they can get it? And before we do a whole recasting. So I got to I got that moment of like, let me try. I got to do it again, and that time I booked it. So I mean, for me, it was, I had no way of knowing. It was only supposed to be like 1 episode or maybe, you know, a couple episodes, and then it ended up doing the whole show. So I had no idea what I was in for.
So Topanga wasn't actually like supposed to be
a part of the show full time. No, she was a guest character, and then maximum she was going to be recurring.
What?
And then
I literally can't imagine. Yeah.
You were too good. You were too good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that was it.
It's
but,
true.
You know.
You were too good. You had to be part of it.
That's it. Yeah.
My experience was, in a way, it was similar. I lived in New York. Lived in Connecticut, but worked out of New York. And I got an audition for the untitled Ben Savage project.
Okay, so we know how Ben came to be
at the time. And I couldn't go. I got sick and I couldn't go. So they cast somebody else. They shot the pilot, and there's another guy in the pilot, and he was fine. He was good at what he did. But the problem they noticed was that he and Ben were just about the same height. and they wanted somebody to look like his older brother, to be taller, so they recast the show. I got a chance to audition from New York again. They flew me out to California. But I always say that had that actor been 4 inches taller, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So
Amazing.
you just
Wow.
never know.
I'm so, well, I was gonna say, I'm so glad that guy was his exact height.
That's not bad. That wasn't the tallest guy in the world. Yeah, his acting was fine. He just wasn't the right height. So
God, that's crazy, yeah. And it was the Untitled Ben Savage project.
it was. When I auditioned, it was the Untitled Ben Savage project. How did you get the job on the Untitled Ben Savage project?
Yeah. Just luck, you know? So somewhere out there, there is this pilot. Is it on like a DVD somewhere, a pilot of just like this bizarro?
It wouldn't be DVD.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It'd be maybe a VHS tape somewhere. I think
Yeah.
I actually think I still have it because
I have all of them.
They sent. Do you have the original pilot with Harry?
I don't know about the original pilot,
See, they
but I have
sent
all
that
of
to
the
me.
VHS.
Yeah, they sent that to me.
Well, then
to-
that'd be awesome if you have that. You should transfer it
with
to
the
DVD.
other guy.
I
Yeah,
just-
and the other dad. There was a different dad. You hitting yourself in the face with the
I did.
microphone?
I hit myself in the face.
Matt McCoy originally played the dad before William Russ moved in, so they recast certain characters. And that was it. The rest, and then episode 4, Danielle came in, and that really changed the dynamic.
Yeah.
And we kind of saw what the show was going to be going forward
Yeah.
from there.
Hi, Ben.
Hi.
Ben?
You were asking earlier, your first question was about what is the enduring, or why has the show been able to endure?
Yeah.
I think it's because you cast characters, and it's almost like lightning in a bottle, but we cast some really incredible actors, wonderful characters, and
Ryder.
and Ryder. And I think that we got lucky with some really talented actors, and I think that helps to contribute to a really wonderful legacy. So
Yeah.
we're very proud of the show.
Yeah. So the show obviously ended. It was 158 episodes.
Yeah.
Then we picked up further into the future. But what do you guys, if you had to guess at like what your characters like what would the show have looked like in those intervening years? You know, in between the end of Boy Meets World and the beginning of Girl Meets World. Yeah.
Well, we had children.
Yes, we had children.
So
I would like to see Topanga balancing the work-life thing, you
Yeah.
know, going to school and becoming a lawyer and also having 2 kids. I don't think they moved immediately when they moved to New York into that house that they could never
What do you
have
mean?
afforded.
that was totally affordable.
So I'd like to see the first house they moved into and kind of see what that growth was like.
I would like to have seen, because I think it would have been a ton of comedy, I would like to have seen Topanga pregnant.
Yeah.
Because she was such kind of a control freak, where then certain things that are out of her element, I think would have been there would have been a lot of comedy there for you.
Absolutely.
To show that, yeah,
For sure.
would have been cool.
See her a little out of control.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool.
Yeah. So that kind of like early couple when stuff's like fun but kind of hard to. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I always said that Eric would have been either a street performer for a while, or homeless, or, in Congress. I mean, you never.
Homeless or in Congress.
You
one
never
of
knew
those
with Eric.
two.
You never knew with Eric. He was that guy where something horrible would happen, and he'd open a door and then end up with a new wonderful job. He was just kind of that way. So.
Yeah.
And then he became a senator, which was perfectly in keeping
he
with
just-
Eric Matthews. So yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna ask you guys. These are kind of like some tidbits that we've tracked down, and if you guys can like elaborate on them, confirm, deny. So several times throughout the series, we hear how Cory and Topanga first met, but the story is never quite the same.
Continuity wasn't so much on Boy Meets World.
Okay. So do you guys remember them, or do you have one that you're like, that's the one? That's how it really happened.
Yeah, but
No, but you also heard in the sandbox was
right
one.
that we met when we were in the sandbox
right.
when we were 4. or
We
something.
grew up in the same
Yeah.
school, I guess.
Yes, but then the very first episode I was meeting you. You were like, "Who are you, strange girl?"
Yeah, it was weird.
Well,
but you'd known each other forever already.
It points to a larger issue, which is what you said, which is continuity in the 90s wasn't as
It was a real
important.
fluid thing.
But also-
you could
Our
have three
little-
mothers and
yeah.
four fathers,
Three
and that
mothers,
was
four- we
totally
had
normal.
brothers that were gone, sisters that were gone.
Yeah, what happened to Stop the War Lawrence?
And Nebula.
Nebula, that's what it was.
That's
Nebula
right.
Stop the
Nebula
War
Stop
Lawrence.
the War
yeah.
Lawrence. That's
But
right.
it's also interesting that something we filmed as 14 and 15-year-olds, 25 years later, someone's like, why were you wearing a different sweater in that scene? I have no idea. I don't know. I was working. I put on the sweater they told me to put on.
It's true. But no, we also, I mean, we had a little brother that was a baby, and then like 3 episodes later, it was like 14. So it was, I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
I had
they wanted to
different
bring in another
sisters.
actor. You
I had
different
different
sis-
sisters.
we had
I had
two
different dads.
sisters. We had different sisters and different dads, and Topanga had 14 parents, and again, it wasn't with the continuity.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
that's
much.
the
In our
part of the
strong suit.
intervening years as we dive into like childhood, like what was going on. Why did you change that sweater, Ben? We don't know. Like what?
Yeah.
That got deep. That's a
Yeah.
much more.
I think you're
that's a
thinking too
deeper
much into it.
show.
I think we just didn't do it right.
But that's nice.
And we would ask that occasionally, like, wait, 6 episodes he was a baby, he's 7 years old, and Michael will go, eh. And you go, okay, I guess that's what we're doing now.
Okay.
That's how it's
fair.
gonna work.
Yeah. So there are only 3 episodes in which you, Ben, and Ryder Strong don't share a scene. Do you remember
There are only 3 episodes where
You and Ryder,
you and Ryder
share a
don't
scene.
share a scene?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's any.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
yeah, I was taking final exams that
Yeah,
week.
that must be the
Alright.
same. We always say that whenever there's an Eric episode, that was the week that Ben was taking his SATs.
Really?
Yeah, like literally. I knew I had my episode because Ben was smart. So yeah, I'm guessing it was one of those, like maybe the Tommy episode or
wow.
something like that.
Something like
yeah,
that.
it'd be at something where Eric was doing
Or
something.
Do you know the answer?
No.
Oh.
Wait, you're asking these
I'm
questions you don't know the answers for us? Oh.
This is a real in-the-moment information gathering
I
here.
liked your idea of a
We don't know
deeper
what
show
they
in the
are.
off
Yeah.
years.
Wow. Okay.
Figuring out what happened.
Well, that's what I'm going to be Googling later. I got to
Yeah.
figure out what those are.
So it was the SATs. Wow. All right. That's it. Hey, good for you guys for taking
Go to school.
Yeah.
Stay in school.
Okay, so now we're gonna play a little game that we play here at Sci-Fi, Roll for Question.
Okay.
It's exactly what it sounds like. So
You
there is
roll
a
a die.
Okay, when it's one, it's a die.
Die.
Great, there's a die on the
Okay,
table.
I can't with you. I'm sorry.
I know.
As a Dungeons & Dragons fan, it's a
I
D20.
know.
It's not a die, it's a D20.
Well, you're
20.
talking about the SATs, and I'm like, I don't
it's
want to
a
get
die.
it
And
wrong.
The other thing is,
It's a
if you
die.
really play yourself, you always carry one. So I have
Stop.
my own.
Use that one. Swap this
So
one out.
We'll
Very
use
legally
mine.
here.
I carry this everywhere I go.
Wow.
You gotta
Whoa.
be ready to rock and roll, baby. So
At any point, some lady could be like, a die? Do you have one?
my wife just goes, oh, okay.
Okay, so I have here a bunch of questions. They correspond to a number. So, for example, if you roll a 2, I'll ask the question that is the 2. So we don't know exactly what we're gonna get.
Got it.
And if we get the same number twice, we roll it again. There's not a rule. So whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Whoever's feeling
Well, it's
lucky.
Will's
Will, it's your
D20.
die.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
Die.
I'm a quick learner.
D20.
There it
Nice.
is. There it is.
9.
9. Okay. Second card. Okay.
Now, is the question for me or is it for all of us?
I think let's all answer it if we feel moved to answer it.
Okay.
Okay. If you feel moved.
If you feel moved
What-
to answer
okay,
it.
Okay.
So what radioactive animal would you want to be bitten by to
I don't
gain their
feel-
attributes? So
These
see,
are
Ben's
different
not feel
questions than I
moved.
was expecting.
Wait, what
How many
radioactive
radioactive animals are there?
Hopefully
More
not
than
many.
you'd think.
radioactive
Spider-Man.
animal bites you?
Do you
Yeah.
want to be bitten by to gain those superpowers?
I am terrified of spiders.
Okay.
So anything other than the Spider-Man spider stuff.
Okay.
Anything, and literally anything other than that. Whatever other radioactive animal there is. I couldn't name one other one, but it has to be anything other than the spider.
Wow.
I have something.
Oh,
Great.
Okay, so there is this movie with Jack Nicholson called Wolf, where he got bitten by a wolf, and then he started to develop heightened senses, wolf-like senses, and then he became a wolf.
That's more werewolfy than. Well, it's good. It's a good.
But
answer.
I just had this thought that it'd be fun to be a wolf.
Okay.
And was that radioactive?
yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's radioactive, but I think it'd be fun to be a wolf.
Will,
Thanks,
why
Will.
don't you educate us on some radioactive animals?
No, I would go a different way. I would do a radioactive bat to see if I could become Batman, but with actual superpowers.
Oh.
Because then you'd have Bruce Wayne's money and all the cool stuff, but also real superpowers.
Wow. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
He's good. No one
Any-
liked my wolf thing. I thought that was kind of fun.
I think it was good.
A little werewolfy.
I'm trying to pull them into the world of the nerd. You have to understand.
D20.
I'm working
Die.
on it. I am working
Wolf.
on it.
Batman.
Okay, whoever wants to go next, go for it. Whoever feels
Danielle,
moved.
you
That's
wanna-
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
2.
2. All right. Switch back. Ooh. If you were fighting crime, would you banter with the criminals, or are you more of the silent punching type? You know, are you gonna?
Silent pudgy?
Yeah, are you gonna like swoop in and knock them out, or are you
I'm a
gonna sort of?
banterer. Yeah, I'm a banterer because I learned a lot of things in psychology that like you could talk somebody out of their plan if you know their name and you make eye contact with them and you talk about their life. So I would like if you ever heard that if somebody's if people are rioting and you know their name, if you could or if you show them a mirror and show them themselves, it'll like snap them out of what they're doing. So that's what I would do. I would
You're
be like,
the superhero who's talking criminals out of
yes,
crime.
thank you. That's exactly correct.
great.
That's my
The
superhero.
greatest.
Talking you out of your plan. Will Friedle, Will, you have a wife named Sue. That's what I would do if you were in the middle
I'm
of a
not
crime.
gonna
And I'd
do
be
the
like, you don't
crime
want to let, yeah,
anymore.
you'd stop. I'd be
Wow,
like,
it
don't let
works.
Sue down.
It works.
Good.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
so I'm the
That's
banterer.
Psychological trick. It's good.
Yeah.
That's really good, yeah.
awesome. You'd be therapy woman. I like that. I like that.
That's a good name.
Therapy woman. I think that's
I'm
good.
therapy woman.
No, it has to be something like there's always a name for it. You'd have to be like the shrink.
Right.
It would be
The
like
shrink
that,
is
which
good.
is cool. Yeah, I'm a banterer as well. You got to have the one witty kind of, keep your hand off my cape kind of thing, and then you kick him in
Yeah.
the face kind of stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I would
yeah.
do.
Okay, banter.
I would just.
Silent puncher.
Silent
Oh,
puncher.
definitely. I would be. I think I would just. Wait, are they attacking you?
Yeah, well, you're fighting crime.
They're fighting me.
You're fighting crime.
I would
Crime.
put the alarm on and lock the door. Then
Oh,
they wouldn't even get in because I would have the alarm on.
You're fighting crime, not you're fighting crime from inside your house.
I'd be like,
Turn
nah,
the deadbolt.
next house. Next
I
house.
got the ring doorbell.
We're good. No, thank you. Wait, what is
I'm Ring Man. I can see you.
who are you? No, thank you. No,
Wow.
no trespassing.
Worst comic book ever.
Okay, no, I'm ready. So I would talk to them and then charm
Charm them.
okay.
like my stage mom. And then I would probably try and take them to dinner and see if that might work.
Oh,
Who would want to?
You want to fight me when there's tacos on the table?
yeah.
I'd be like, would you rather fight? Why don't we put these things down? They're called what?
Weapons.
Weapons. I thought there was a name. And then, don't you want to get sushi? Wouldn't that be more fun?
It'd be so much more fun. Yeah.
Oh.
Sushi Park?
Unfortunately, I think Gotham is doomed.
Yeah. I don't think that was gonna
Or
be-
really well fed.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to roll again, Ben? Why don't you roll?
Yes,
Go ahead.
please. I've been waiting to do this.
Come on, you can do it. Natural 20.
Whoa. Okay.
Did I win?
D people know exactly what I'm talking about.
Did I win?
No,
Did I-
that's a good thing. You want the natural
Yes,
20.
it is.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Final Jeopardy. Not really, but let's pretend. Okay. It's Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
The scores are all tied. What do you each hope the category is? What are you gonna crush in Final Jeopardy? You're like,
I see.
I don't think it's
Oh,
necessary that the scores are tied.
What do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know?
How about kids cereals? I think I could do really well in that.
You would do very
Yeah.
well on that.
I think I would do really well in kids cereals. Or maybe cereals.
Oh,
Are they, well, you know what I'm saying.
okay.
Lucky Charms.
But I love how you just...
Well, I was thinking adult cereals like adult cereals
Either
are so
kid cereals or baby cereals.
I've learned that this is not our best interview format. This is what I've learned. For sure. But I thought of all these adult cereals, which would be like Kashi. It's so
You would
complicated.
know, yeah.
Okay.
I love though that you opted from kids cereals to just you could do all the
Yes,
cereals.
you could do all the
I,
cereals.
there.
I'll tell you why. I'm an uncle, and so I have to spend a lot of time with my nieces and nephews. And we,
Also because you want to.
yes, but we have a lot of breakfast, and there's a lot of kids cereals, so I know them all. Okay, next, what would you do?
I don't know how to top cereals.
I know, because I would dominate.
I would want
I win.
superheroes.
Superheroes.
Oh, that's good.
Superheroes.
Nice.
You must hate hanging out with us.
No, I love bringing people into this world. It's so much fun. I do. So I would do superheroes. I would also love something like history, like a history category. I think I'd be
Oh.
pretty good at. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Kids history or just
no, there's just regular history.
Okay.
It's regular history. Kids history. The history of kids cereals. No, I think I would like that. I think I'd be good.
Nice.
Mine would probably have something to do with dogs, like dog, cat, dog, anything dog related. I'm obsessed with dogs. And so I can like see a picture of a dog and be like, oh, I think that's a Newfoundland. Like anything that related. I
That's
think.
good.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
oh, she was like, yes, dogs.
Dogs,
Great.
yeah.
I love that. Thank you.
Okay, great. Let's go. Do we have? Yeah, I think we have time for one more. We'll go for it. Three. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Who would you pick? So it's a zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
Who would you pick to be on your team, like in your zombie apocalypse safe house?
How many do you have?
Let's say you've got 2 other picks.
They have to be real, or can they be mythical people?
Oh my gosh.
I think they can be made up. Yeah, fictional, made up, whatever. Yeah.
Right?
So it's you and
2 others.
Is your microphone?
Yeah, I think your mic is
microphone.
busted.
Here, you wanna use mine?
Oh, we have someone coming in. Yeah.
Is this better? Oh, it's funny. I can taste all 3 of you. Is that better? Does that work? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you and 2 other people, but
Yeah.
they can be mythical
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or real.
or real. I'm not gonna be with real people. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume my wife has made it and she's upstairs safe.
Okay, she's in.
Okay. Good. You go.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, you go. I gotta think. This is tough.
2 people
I.
Yeah.
in the house
Yeah.
to protect you against
For
the zombies.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
not going to assume that my significant other has made it. I'm going to say for sure my fiance Jensen has to be there because
Okay.
he is the smartest, like literally one of the smartest people I've ever
Yeah, he's
known in my
smart.
life. And he's also very funny. So I would totally trust him. And there's not many people I would say that. Normally I want to take control because I'm like, I know what I'm doing around here. But if he was there, I could feel comfortable being like, I'm going to let you take the lead. So I need somebody like that. So Jensen would definitely be one of them. And then, gosh, Homer Simpson. Because
You guys are gonna be dead by the end of the first day.
I feel like he would make sure we had food.
It's true. And beer.
Nice. Nice.
And so those are my 2, Jensen
Great.
and Homer
Wow.
Simpson.
I like
Interesting.
that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a fun house.
I just really want to make sure I have donuts. That's really all I want to.
Wow.
Really all I want to find.
My wife made it. I know
Okay.
she did. She's upstairs fine.
Okay.
So I would pick, this is gonna sound strange, I would pick Gandalf,
Yeah.
because you need that kind of magic.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're gonna need somebody who just knows weaponry, so it would be Gandalf and John Wick.
What?
And then my wife, who's upstairs.
Yeah.
So
But she's upstairs. She's safe. We
3
know.
of us, I think the 3 of us would have a damn good shot at a zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse.
You might make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben.
Well,
Cereal.
as long as there is a good stock of cereal, I'd pick Will and Danielle
We're dead. Thank you.
because he would keep us laughing, and she would keep us sane. So, and she would.
For
I'd
the
be
3 hours
organized.
we'd make it during the zombie apocalypse. That's great.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you do the therapy talk thing to the zombies?
I would. You're right.
Zombie, you're a good zombie.
Tell me, who were you when you were alive?
You would show the zombie the mirror.
Look at you. Is this who you
can
want
do
to
the-
be?
You want to be?
Is this what you
wanna
want,
be?
zombie?
Being a zombie. Come on. You can do
Zombie.
better.
Zombie, what's your name? Okay, well,
You don't want this. I think you'd be great.
I, by the way, am the only one that has a chance during the zombie apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Okay, we have time for one more. Someone want to roll?
Actually, we have time for plenty more.
You think? Okay.
No, please. I got a magic 20.
12.
17.
Oh, 17.
7.
17.
17.
Eight.
That changes everything.
It looked like a 2 from where I was.
To see, this one might take some time. Do ghosts exist? Have you ever seen one?
Oh. No, I've never seen a ghost.
Okay.
We saw one in the Halloween episode of Boy Meets World.
That was fake.
So yes.
I have never seen one, but just because I can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
So just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it isn't there.
Yeah.
I hold out the possibility that ghosts exist.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't seen one, and I doubt it. Would be
Okay.
my answer.
Okay.
Ben,
I saw
you saw one in the episode.
We
Okay.
saw one in our episode. Okay.
He's seen one. Okay.
All right, you just really wanted to roll, huh? You wanted to get
Roll it
to
up.
I thought we were
Roll
getting
it up.
different questions.
Roll it up. Roll it up. Ben.
roll.
Oh, roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
rolled
yeah.
a natural 20, so you roll again. 3.
3.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's the zombie apocalypse one. 3? We just did 3.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
then we got- I'll roll
we didn't
again.
have a
There
rule
we go.
for that. Okay.
13.
13. Okay. Oh, if you were a superhero, how often would you wash your suit? Be honest. It says be honest.
Wow.
When there was a stain on it, or when it smelled.
Yeah, all right.
Other than that,
Other than that,
it
no.
going.
I mean,
You're
what
gonna
am I
get it
gonna
dirty
wa-
anyway.
Do I have duplicates? If I have duplicates, then I could wash one every day.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
But if I don't have a duplicate, I am waiting until something bad happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's stinky or there's
Yeah,
a
who
stain.
cares?
Yes.
It, again,
Yeah.
it depends on the kind of superhero you are. I imagine Tony Stark's Iron Man suits kind of clean themselves.
Yeah.
I imagine Peter Parker just stank
Yeah.
in that mask. So it depends on who you are, I would imagine.
I never thought about it, but you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, how often you
I,
wash it?
I like Danielle's answer.
Okay.
Stick with that one.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you guys, on that note,
What a note to end on.
thank you guys so much for being here, for doing this. It was awesome.
you for having
very
Thank you for
fun.
having us. Thank you
Yeah.
for having us. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here, yeah. And stick around. Next up on the stage, the Haunting of Hill House cast is going to be up here, and follow along with everything we're doing on social media. Hashtag It's a Fan Thing. Thank you guys. Thank
you.
Hi, I'm Jackie Jennings with SYFY WIRE. If you can't get enough of New York Comic Con, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel for news, interviews, cosplay, and so much more. What are you waiting for?